Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Crossing the Line. We're going to be taking a look at this story here from CNN, your favorite fake news website, but we'll use them just to make sure no one can say that this is fake news and that it's approved by the mainstream media. We'll use this story here. Exclusive: Ukraine Special Forces, Special Services likely behind the strikes of Wagner-backed forces in Sudan, a Ukrainian military source says. So your tax dollars and your donations to Ukraine are now going international. If they're using your funds and our money and our taxpayer funds to kill people across the globe, what has become of Ukraine? They are apparently fighting for their freedom and apparently fighting for their rights to exist as their own separate state and country. And now they've taken that fight to Africa and to other countries around the world, blowing up apparent Russian forces. And I'd just like to know, where does this end? If there was Russian forces in America somewhere, or say Germany, or just, another NATO country, something like that, Ukraine going to go and drone bomb them in other people's countries? How would that go? We'll take a look at the story here from CNN. Exclusive: Ukraine Special Services likely behind the strikes of Wagner-backed forces in Sudan, a Ukrainian military source says. Kiev, Ukraine, and Nejema, Chad. Ukrainian Special Services were likely behind the scenes of a series of drone strikes on the ground operation against a Wagner-backed militia near the Sudan capital. CNN investigates have found the raising prospect the fallout from Russia's invasion in Ukraine has spread far from the front lines. Speaking to CNN, a Ukrainian military source described the operations as the work of non-Sudanese military. Pressed on whether Kiev was behind the attacks, the source would only say that Ukrainian special services were likely responsible. The operation involved a series of attacks on paramilitary group Rapid Support Forces (RSF), which was believed to be receiving assistance from Wagner and the Russian mercenary group in its fight against the Sudanese army for control of the country. CNN was unable to independently confirm Ukraine's involvement in the series of strikes, but footage obtained by CNN revealed the hallmarks of Ukrainian-style drone attacks. I wonder if these are the drones that we're giving them. Like Australia's giving quite a few of these cardboard plane drones that are really cheap and really easy to make. We've given them a lot of them, and I wonder if that's what they're using to kill these people. This is where your taxpayer money is going, people. If you support the war in Ukraine, does that mean you support the war in Sudan? Does that mean, look, these men right there are getting drone bombed? Do you support that with your money? Do you support that? That's blood on your hands. Two commercially available drones widely used by the Ukrainians were involved with at least 8 strikes. The Ukrainian tech seen on the drone controller. Experts said the tactics used, namely a pattern of drones swooping directly into the target, were highly unusual in Sudan and the wider African region. Covert strikes by the Ukraine and Sudan would mark a dramatic provocation, expansion of Kiev's theory of war against Moscow. Aside from the string of Ukrainian drone attacks that hit deep inside Russian territory, Ukraine's ongoing counteroffensive has been forced on the country occupied east and south. Ukraine has not officially claimed responsibility for the attacks, which were captured in the drone footage, but as the report was published, Andriy Yusov, representative of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine, told CNN, "We can neither confirm nor deny this." Oh, that's fantastic. That's yeah. Portions of those videos have been circulating on social media since Thursday. Footage on the ground operations have not previously been published. A high-level Sudanese military source said that he had no knowledge of a Ukrainian operation in Sudan and did not believe it was true. The multiple U.S. officials appeared unaware of the alleged incident and expressed surprise at the suggestion that the strike on the ground may have been conducted by Ukrainian forces. The videos, of which alternate between the pilot's view and the view of the drone, observing the overhead and controller itself, shows a succession of drone strikes around the Durman, a city across the Nile River, the capital Khartoum, which has become a focal point of fighting between two rival factions. Now, these are the drone strikes here. If this wasn't Ukraine using these drones, these are Ukrainian supplied drones. So we're donating them drones or donating them equipment, and they're either selling it to people in Sudan, to people around the world, or they're using it themselves and killing people in other countries where they are not at war with. They have no right to do anything there in Sudan. So is Ukraine and Vladimir Zelensky just become a world power where they get to go and drone strike people on the African continent? Or are they just selling the stuff we're giving them? Either way, it's not going to end well. The powerful Russian mercenary group has played a public and pivotal role in the Moscow's foreign military campaigns, namely in Ukraine, and has repeatedly been accused of committing atrocities in Africa. It has helped to prop up Moscow's growing influence and seizing resources. 6 drone strikes targeted pickup trucks driving the Shambat Bridge. 8 others hit parked vehicles, buildings, armed men at Omdurman and the western suburb of Ombada. The Sudanese military has conducted a series of air raids in recent weeks, targeting the RSF position reportedly claimed scores of civilian lives. One of the videos showed at least 3 foreign fighters appearing to conduct a raid on a building. In a clip apparently recorded on a body cam, troops were wearing night goggles. One of the soldiers appeared to be carrying a rocket launcher aerial shot showing the troops advancing on the building, reported geolocated by CNN to a neighborhood of Omdurman where the drone strikes took place. CNN has previously reported that, according to sources, Wagner has been supplying RSF with surface-to-air missiles, buttressing RSF parliamentary fighters and their leader, Mohammed Haman Dalago. Sorry about pronouncing these names. A couple of them are pretty rough. Widely known as Hemetry, as the battle for power of the general Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, Sudan's military ruler and the head of the armed forces. If Russia is conducting itself in other countries, we are not surprised. But Ukraine conducting themselves and attacks on other countries' military forces is rather telling. I mean, we've obviously given them enough money and given them enough supplies where they can use their funds to go around the world now, use their military might to go around the world and pick fights that have got nothing to do with them. I don't know about you, but I think it's about time we stop funding Ukraine and pushing ourselves ever closer to World War III. America needs to stop giving them money, giving them arms and supplies, because they are playing with something that they know nothing about. 90% of Americans could not find Ukraine on a world map. I guarantee you that. I doubt half of them could find Russia on a map. We are tiptoeing ever closer to World War III with Russia and probably China, and people just don't seem to be trying to get off. There's no way off this slide. We're just going downhill faster and faster, and I don't think the mainstream media like CNN or governments around the world are trying to come to peace. They're not trying to sort out these issues and stop these massacres that are going on around the world. They're just pumping money into it and using people, poor people at that, using them as cannon fodder. I don't know. What do you guys think anyway? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.